What if everything that you see around you in existence is only a tiny sliver of what really is? And what if even more than that, through your thoughts alone, you could begin to shape your reality into a whole new reality? The truth is, that is the truth. In the next few minutes, I'm about to drop some science on you. A word that means a little spirituality and a little science combined for how to create the life of your dreams. I'm Jim Yao, and I share this kind of thing all the time. If it helps you on your journey, you can subscribe right there, and there's a link if you want to talk about working with me one-on-one. But what is this science that can shape your reality? Here's kind of what has happened with humanity. We are constantly evolving. We are constantly moving into higher states of consciousness. Many years ago, we believed ourselves to be the center of the universe. We thought all of this that we see around us revolved around us. And it wasn't long till Newton came along and figured out we were not the center of the universe. We were just a part of a larger, bigger universe that is ever expanding. And it wasn't long, and I'm talking big chunks of history here, until quantum physics began to make a rise. And now we're beginning to understand that all the things we see around us are really driven by things that are unseen. That about 99.9999%, I believe it is, of all that is empty space. And inside that empty space, we're learning that all kinds of things are going on at a quantum level. And what we're starting to find out is we all put out a vibrational signal. We put out a vibrational energy. And that energy we put out actually is what's shaping our reality. It's what's causing us to see things the way we see it. Do you know the visible light spectrum, the colors that we can see, the objects that we can see, they are but a tiny sliver of the actual light spectrum. And the way we know this is things like X-ray. I mean, this is not the way we know it, but some of the experiences of this is things like X-rays and night vision. Animals that have the ability to see things in the dark that we can't see with our human eyes, we see in this tiny sliver of visible light spectrum. But there's a much, much, much broader spectrum that we're unable to see, but it is reality. And science has helped us wrap our mind around how to get a hold of pieces and see into portions of this. Well, what we're starting to see in a nutshell is this world is so much bigger than what we thought it was. This universe is so much more vast and so much more operative and so much more connected than we ever thought it was. And when you begin to get a hold of that, you begin to tap into a power that can absolutely transform your life for the better. And what New Thought is beginning to understand is we shape our reality. We create the reality around us. In fact, you may see your reality different than I see my reality. I worked with a guy for a while that was colorblind. And it was a weird thing to work with him. He did not see in black and white. He just saw in muted colors. And we could look at the same object and he would say, I think it's this color. And I would say, no, it's this color. And we saw that object very differently. Is he right? Am I right? Who knows? I just know that the way we see things can be very different. Now, here's the truth behind that. The way you view your life spiritually, emotionally, practically can be very different than the person experiencing those same circumstances you are. Some people go through a terrible time and they say, my life is a mess. Nothing ever works out for me. Everything is always falling apart for me. And I know that because I used to be one of those people. And then I began to rewire my brain a couple of years ago in my mindset, and I started to believe everything is always working out for me. And it started with some simple statements about that. And those statements started changing my thinking, and they started changing my feelings about how life worked, and then they started changing my behaviors, and they finally changed my beliefs. And my whole identity, as Joe Dispenza would say, has changed since then. You shape your reality by the way you view reality, by the thoughts you think, by the beliefs you hold, and by the life you live. And you, my friend, can change it all starting right now. And all you have to do is believe it. We are living in a world, a universe that is shaped by unseen forces. And when you plug into that force and know that it connects us all to source, to God, whatever you believe there, and you begin to know that by your thoughts alone, you can shape your reality. You can start to view your world in a whole new way, and as you do, it'll change your world into a whole new world. You can do that, and if you need a little help doing that on your journey, tell me in the comments where you would like to change it all today. Subscribe to the channel and view more videos just like this one that'll help you on that journey today. I'll see you guys in the next video.